And there have been calls that have been made as far as the Congress party is concerned overall in the leadership over there. We are also now hearing that Zishan Haider has written a letter to the interim Congress President Sonia Gandhi demanding a removal of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra from the party. Now this comes as the Congress party lost those elections in 5 states and quite miserably so. So what we understand right now is that there are demands that are growing over Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's removal from the Congress party. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, of course, did play a very critical role as far as the Congress party's UP elections were concerned. We saw her campaigning quite vigorously throughout. But there have been calls within the Congress party, particularly from the G23. All right, I think we've got Mr. Zishan Haider on the phone line with us. Mr. Haider, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Haider, you, we understand, have written a letter asking for the removal of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Tell us why you feel that she needs to be removed from the party.
No, I didn't ask to remove her from the party. I asked her to take this UP in charge. She's the UP in charge. I just asked Sonia ji to take out that UP in charge from her, because I think whenever we lose the election, the General Secretary in charge of the state and PCC chief always gives the resignation. But this is the first time. This is the first time, I think, when General Secretary in charge gives resignation. So that's the reason I have asked to remove Priyanka Gandhi from the UP.
How, what kind of a response have you received to that? Because we have seen talks time and again that the Congress party needs to overhaul its top leadership, but nothing so far in terms of real action. So are you hopeful that your letter will be treated seriously?
I don't know. To be very honest, I'm a congressman. My father is in Congress from last 52 years. I'm in Congress from last 20 years. I was the media in charge. I was the spokesperson. And if there is something wrong in the party, I think everybody should come in front and take a step. And that's what I have done. I have taken this, raised my voice. And whatever they have, their decision is, let's see what they are going to take. But nobody has yet responded. They have, in fact, UP Congress has removed me from Congress also. I mean, that's not in their power, although. But they have issued a letter also. So I don't think they are going to do anything. But because of the concern for Congress, I have wrote down this letter.
Mr. Haider, one last question. Why do you think that the leadership within the Congress party is not responding to calls for change to be made at the top levels?
Yeah, I think this is the high time. This is the high time, because as I have written in the letter also, whenever we lose the General Secretary in charge, given her resignation. But this is the first time that Sonia ji didn't ask for the resignation of the Priyanka Gandhi, and because of that, the 4 states which we lose they have also not been removed. So that's why I've asked, because of Priyanka Gandhi, why the hell are we not removing all the 4 General Secretaries in charge, all the 4 states where we have lost the election?
All right, Mr. Zishan Haider from the Congress party, thank you for joining us.